What's up, everybody? Welcome back to York Reacts, and today we're going to be checking out a new game trailer called Once Human. Now, it's a new survival game. It looks pretty cool. I saw like some little snippets of it, and it looks like something where like you can basically survive with a whole bunch of other people in this deserted place. You can build up your own like houses and like kind of fortress, or you know, your solitude, and go from there. You're going to fight all kinds of different creatures and whatnot, so let's dive into this. I do animation for a living, so hopefully we can dive into some of these animated things in here, and I can break down some of the trailer. Hopefully there's some unique stuff that I can kind of give you some insights on. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't seen before, so let's go. Ooh. Wow, look at that thing. And is that a dragon? Wow. What is this? Ooh, I like the way this looks though. Yeah, okay, so survival game for sure. Ooh, look at it though. Wow. Nice. Look at all the animals too. Look at that. This looks pretty cool. Damn, you see. Wow. Oh, you see that spider? This looks pretty cool. I'm down to play this. Especially with some friends. This looks awesome. Build your own little camp. Wow, look at that. House on the prairie. And by the end of it, you got your own little city down there. Pretty sick. I like it. Nice. Looks pretty good too so far. Visually, not too bad. Now, let's break down some of this, shall we? They said that this trailer is, you know, work in progress, basically. And you can see that. You can see some, and some stuff looks almost final. So, I give them props to that. Some stuff looks pretty nice, looks pretty good. The first part that jumped out to me, that you can tell that it's not final yet, is the, this, like, creature that's flying in. So later on, there's a creature that kind of flies in and comes into the city. And I'll show you where that is here, and that's the first part that jumped out to me that I can tell doesn't look quite finished yet, and they're gonna need to do a bunch of work on that area. So right here, when this creature flies in, as it's flying in, let me kind of go back because it's a really short animation here. Let me kind of play it a little slower so you can see what I mean. So as the creature is coming in here, it's really stiff. It just goes, right? See this? As it's coming in here, it's just kind of, but it needs to come in like this. Okay, all those tentacles and all those things that are kind of being left behind on this creature, they need to flow like a fish or like a tail or something, you know? It has to feel really organic, and right now it doesn't feel that way. It feels like, it feels a little stiff. But that might be because they haven't put enough bones in there yet. See that right here? I'm hoping, but it also could be made out of twigs, made out of wood, and so then it wouldn't flow really beautifully. So it just depends on what they're doing right there and what they're going for. For me, it feels a little stiff. So maybe they could have part of it as a tree and then have a bunch of parts that are like vines. So maybe they can have some vines that dangle so that it gives it some fluidity, and so it doesn't feel as stiff as she's flying around. Or they can fly the trajectory of the character a little more smoother and a little more of an arc. But it's getting there. It looks pretty cool. See, you can tell right there it's all like moving really, really stiff. So you can tell the animation is not done yet. Now this part here is really cool. You can see this like really cool tree creature. That looks neat. And they kind of look a lot different, meaning it looks like they're, I don't know if this is the case or not, but it looks like they're computer generated, right? Randomly. I don't know if that'll be the case or if they're all custom made creatures. Like this dragon looks very custom made. But also in that scene, the dragon looks fresh and new, like the water. It looks like a very open area. It doesn't look populated or anything there yet. And I think that's kind of the idea of this game, is that you arrive and everything is like barren. And then you slowly build upon it. You slowly craft. You slowly build up. And you build a house and you get better. You level up, right? It's a slow survival game. And while you're out there, you encounter bigger and bigger and bigger creatures and kind of go along the path of survival, right? This shot here was weird. It just looks like an inverted... Yeah, looks like they inverted the video footage. Looked kind of weird. But I love the aesthetics. I love the character design. How they have like these backpacks with this glowing blue. I'm digging that. I love the character design, especially when all three of them are kind of walking out and they're kind of entering the city. Right here. So when they're coming out and entering the city, this looks great. Looks like a really cool opening shot. This is what made me want to play the game the most, I think, was just this shot. So it's kind of interesting how sometimes just a certain aesthetic will make you want to play a game. Especially for me. It looks really cool, but you can see it's got work to be done. They're in the very beginning stages of this game. This is kind of like what they call a slice, vertical slice. This is a teaser to try to gauge everyone's interest, to see if you're interested in playing the game. It's got a new take on things. This could be really fun, right? We don't always need these battle royale shooters and all these different things. Those are really fun to play, but sometimes these games can get you hooked and get you really, really, you know, enthralled into the atmosphere of this game. Especially when you see moments like this. This is dope. Where she's like, and the whole thing is like spreading out. That looks cool. That reminds me of some Star Wars stuff. Like just the power and the effect that she's doing right there looks really cool. The gameplay is what got me really going. Like showing some of these scenes here, they look really cool. This character flying at you, it feels like God of War. So I'm down. This game looks sick. The big spiders, everything in here looks creepy. It's got a cool lore to it. So I'm stoked for this game. And it looks like they're not too far away from being done with it. I don't know if they're going to have cinematics or any of that. I don't think they will. I think this is one of those games where there's not going to be any cinematics, no big story mode. This is like you arrive on there, you're with your friends, and you just survive. And you build, you craft, you do all these different things, and you fight creatures, right? Which is, you don't need to have sometimes these other things that are in games. Sometimes playing it a little different is a good thing. I love to see the different animals that they have in here, all the different creatures. My favorite ones are these tree creatures, I think. Those are really cool. I've always enjoyed those creatures in like Magic the Gathering and the fantasy like lore, so this looks pretty cool. I'm stoked for it. For the most part, they're doing a solid job here. And they're only going to need to do little small details. You know, they have the bare bones ready now. So you can tell this game, like if you were a publisher and you wanted to buy the game and you wanted to invest in it and someone showed you this, like I'd be like, all right, let's do it. Let's invest. Because it shows how much progress they've made and that this game is going to be done for sure. So let me know what you guys think. I enjoyed it. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit like, smash.
Smash.
And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.